What's this other clip, for God's sake?
I got really sad watching Nem stream yesterday because he didn't save himself for me, dude. Instead, he fucked his fucking foosball table. That was really heartbreaking.
You guys know that, that story's made up. Do you know what really annoys me, actually, though? You guys say every single story that I say is fucking fake. Every single one that makes me sound cool or anything that makes me, interesting, it's fake and from Reddit. But if I tell a story about putting a football table up my ass, it's real, and nobody looks on Reddit or says it's fake.
Nems, I got COVID yesterday and I feel like shit, but watching a garbage stream makes me actually vomit.
You have Naruto in your name. Literally anything you say to me, just doesn't mean anything. You're actually a loser, buddy. I don't care. You genuinely have a username with Naruto in it. How cringe. Can you not think of a name? And you put, you could have picked any name in any, could have been anything, but you named yourself after a fucking anime show or something. You could have picked anything, man. You could have called yourself, Big Dick 123. And now you called yourself Naruto, buddy. And you put K before it, which I don't even, is that your name? You put your name before Naruto. That's cringe. It's even worse. Your name's Nems. Yeah, so? Nems is cool. Imagine being called Big Bean as well. Big Bean. You're naming yourself after a fucking bean, buddy.
Guess what, chat? It's your lucky day. I'm officially stepping down as mod from this shitty Chanel, and so a position just opened up.
Damn.
Nems is looking for someone reliable, preferably female, and likes peanut butter, to moderate this stream. Maybe Brenna?
I have a girlfriend, guys. I can't be modding girls. She'll get jealous. That's the whole reason for it. There's no other reason, guys. What breed? Can you stop saying what breed when I bring up me having sexual relations with someone? Please. I thought Sully was a boy. He is. Actually, me and Sully were snuggling earlier. I watched Deadpool in my Discord earlier, and I was snuggling Sully on the bed while watching it. And what? Did I like it? Yeah. I rubbed his little chest, and he looked at me like, I love you, with his little eyes, while I was rubbing it. He's getting old now, bless him. He's 10. Or he's 11, I think. Did I have my clothes on? Yeah, I had my shirt on. Ella said that he's sad that I didn't keep my anal virginity for him, which I think is gayer than anything I've ever said. And everyone says I'm gay. Ella watched a clip of me saying that. Someone asked me if I would rather do the first 98% of a blowjob or the last 2%. And I said the last 2%. But I said I'd do the whole 100% if it was Ella. And he watched the clip and went, and just smiled. And I don't know if that's an invitation. I feel like I should hit on him, honestly, at this point. I'm going to say, hey, Ella, you remind me of a foosball table. And then see where he goes from there. Oh my god. I've always got along with women because I've grown up with two sisters. I used to bully my well, me and my sisters used to bully each other growing up because it was just fun. I don't know. My sister was getting her ear pierced once when she was I don't know how old she was, 14, and I was 10. And I was in the shops with my mum and my two sisters, and she's getting her ear pierced, and she's super nervous to get it pierced. And I'm on the other side of the window outside the shop going, "You're gonna die! You're gonna die!" And she starts crying her eyes out, saying, "Mum, make him stop! Make him stop!" And I'm going, "You're gonna die! You're gonna die!" And she's crying, going, "I'm not gonna die, Mum! I'm gonna die!" And I'm I'm just laughing my ass off as a 10-year-old going, just laughing because she's so worried. She started bleeding on her ear because obviously when they pierce it, and I'm just going, "You're gonna bleed to death, you're gonna bleed." I was such a little shit as a kid, but I was "You're gonna bleed to death, you're bleeding out." And I don't know why I have this mentality as a 10-year-old, but my mum's "Ashley, stop it, she's not gonna bleed to death, leave." And then my dad had to take me away. But this is revenge because my sisters used to because I used to have really bad anger issues when I was younger, only when I was younger. She would come into my room when I'm playing COD, and she would pull the plug on my Xbox and then run away. And then she'd be laughing her ass off while she's doing it. So I'd be online playing COD online, and she'd come in, pull the plug out, and then run next door, and then her and my sister would be laughing and then holding the door shut, trying to stop me from getting in. And I'm in my anger rage as a kid, going trying to kick it down, and I'm "Open this fucking door," and I'm kicking it in, and my sister's on the other side laughing but kind of scared of me. And then I ended up pushing the door on them because I'm strong and I can outpush 2 women. So I pushed it, and the funny thing is, I wouldn't ever do anything. So I would like push the door open on them like really hard, and as soon as I'd get in, I would just kind of like stand there and then look at them, and I wouldn't even do anything. I would just stand there and be like, yeah, that's what you get. I don't know why, but I used to just be like, I'd get really angry, and I guess I'd take all my anger out on the door. And then and that'd be it. So that's pretty much like me and my sisters used to just like terrorize each other for no reason. Like one time, my Xbox got the 3 red rings of death. You know what they are? You know when you get the 3 red lights and that means your Xbox is like done. I got one of them one time and I was really sad about it. And my sisters just like sat there and laughed at me and went, haha, your Xbox is dead. And I'm like, what? Like, I used to get terrorized by my sisters for no reason, dude. They're like, haha, your Xbox is dead. You can't play Xbox all day. Haha. And I'm like, okay. Like, you're women, and you, like, paint your nails all day. That's what she was doing. I'm like, you can't, like, I'll steal your paintbrush, and you can't do that, okay? But I didn't, because I was, like, 13, and they beat me up, usually. Is it sad that my sister used to beat, like, we'd wrestle, and she'd win? Like, when I was, like, 12, she'd be 16, and she'd, like, wrestle me and beat me. I used to love wrestling my cousin. Genuinely, like, me and my cousin would wrestle for, like, 4 hours on my bed. This sounds so bad. I can't say the story without it being weird. But he was like really strong and he was like a year older than me. So he used to, me and my cousin were really good friends, man. Yes, I did jack off with my cousin once. No, it wasn't together. It was like we were in the same room and we watched the same video. We sat in the same room. We put a bunch of pillows in between us. And then we put like the porn on a laptop on a desk in the middle of us. And we were like, how do we know when we're both finished? So we said, oh, we'll get a pillow and then we'll throw it over to the other. That's it. We put a mattress in between us. We got the mattress and we put it in between us so we couldn't see each other. And then we both watched the same thing because we were like really young. And then I said, when I'm done, I'll throw a pillow over. And when you're done, I'll throw a pillow over. And then we can just go back to normal and play some video games. And he was like, okay. So we synced up. And I remember he threw a pillow over because I finished last. He threw a pillow over and it hit me right in the head. I was in the middle of that, dude. But I've never talked to my cousin again. I disowned him 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I have 2 cousins and I've disowned both my cousins and my uncle. Why? Because one of them is like a massive druggie and he tried to make me put weed down my pants when he was driving me to a cinema really high when the police were there. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I have a law degree and I can't ever work as a lawyer. And he was like trying to force me to do it. And I was like, fuck you. And then I never spoke to him again. I was just pissed off at him. So me and him like kind of had a disagreement and I never spoke to him again. And my other cousin is a nonce. I had to kind of disown him for that. My uncle kind of gives me nonce vibes, so we kind of cut him out too. So, yep, good stuff. Really good family, extended family stuff going on there. Did the druggie or the nonce wrestle you? Okay, the druggie wrestled me, okay? My brother-in-law's really weird, actually, though. My brother-in-law bought a bunch of swords for his house. And he's like, I hope someone breaks in. I'm like, okay. He has a samurai sword, and he has, like, them, like, shurikens as well. And he's like, oh, I hope they break in. Oh, I hope they do. And he's like, I'm like, well, what would you do then? He's like, let's just say I wouldn't call the police. I'm like, okay, dude. Like, what are you gonna do, brother? And I'm like, fair enough. Like, if someone breaks into your house, I mean, I would defend myself, but I wouldn't, like, want it to happen. Like, I'm not sitting there like, I really hope somebody breaks in so I can use this sword collection I have ready for them. I genuinely, if someone broke into my house, I would probably use, like, what I use? I'm trying to look around me. Nothing. I'd probably pick up my keyboard. I'd unplug my keyboard and, like, come at him with my keyboard, dude. I'd be like, yeah, you want some? Or I'd probably rip the pole off my football table and, like, say, let's smell this. You are a streamer? You should have a better phone. What's wrong with an iPhone 5C? Genuinely, I'm a guy. I don't care about taking pictures of myself or pictures of anything, to be honest. The only thing I do with my phone is text my mum or my dad or go on Discord on it or I watch porn or I go on Reddit on it. That's genuinely the only thing I do on my phone. or I listen to Spotify. Like, why would I need a better phone? I bought this phone from eBay for £60 and it's lasted me 4 years, okay, man? And I will keep it for that as long as it fucking works, okay, man? £60, was it fucking used like your football table? I might have. I'm gonna stick out my arse and turn the vibrator on, actually. Honestly, back in them days when I did the football table thing, I was like, there must be better things than a football table, and I genuinely did think about my toothbrush, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I was like, that's too degenerate, man. Like, that is just so bad. I'm never gonna do that. I was 16, man. I didn't know what to use. People who go out of their way to say they're not gay are actually insecure about their sexuality. Okay, sorry, a bunch of people are calling me gay, so what do you want me to say? If I randomly was like, hey guys, I'm not gay, that makes sense, but a bunch of people are calling me gay and I'm just correcting them. Okay, do you know what? I am gay. I like cock. Do you know what? I can't wait till I have sex with Ella, and I hope he does it good. I hope he's big down there, because if he's not, I'm going to be disappointed. Now what? Any old issues, guys?
Molding to shitty runs. The splits are all red. The jokes aren't fun.